A picture book of dinosaurs. Let's see what is inside this book.
Wait, so there's no words in this?
Oh, do you see this long one? This one is called a Brachiosaurus. A Brachiosaurus was a giant dinosaur. See how big it was? It was one of the heaviest and longest dinosaurs. From its nose to its tail, it measured 85 to 90 feet. And it was a plant eater. It ate plants all day. Scientists used to think that this dinosaur lived in water, but now most agree that it lived on land. This dinosaur is called an Allosaurus. Allosaurus was a terrible meat eater who lived around 140 million years ago. He had sharp teeth and sharp claws. He was about 35 feet long, and he was a bully of his time. He was also very quick. He could probably run as fast as a human being. He had some teeth in his mouth that were 4 inches long. That's about that big. Let's see what's next. Here's this guy. This guy is called a Lambeosaurus. Check out his head. He belonged to a group of plant-eating dinosaurs called duckbills because their mouths were shaped like the bill of a duck. He was a 40-foot-long dinosaur with a strange bony crest on his head, and scientists don't know why. He was a playful creature. He was often attacked by a Tyrannosaurus. And there's the Tyrannosaurus, which we also sometimes call a T-Rex. And he was the king of the tyrant lizards. That's what his name means. He was the meanest dinosaur that ever lived. Bigger than other meat eaters. He was 50 feet long and more than 18 feet tall. Even his teeth were bigger. With their sharp, jagged edges, the 6-inch teeth could easily tear meat. Oh, but look, he had tiny arms. They were too short to be useful, but this mean dinosaur didn't really need to use his arms to get what he wanted. And this one right here is called a Pachycephalosaurus. The Pachycephalosaurus was kind of strange looking. He had knobby, bony knobs on his head and 5-inch spikes on his nose. Its thick skull made its head look like a dome. He might have needed his thick skull to fight off meat-eating dinosaurs. He was 26 feet long. He was a long dinosaur. This dinosaur is called a Deinonychus. Sometimes size can be deceiving. The small size of a Deinonychus could make anyone believe it was harmless. This lightweight dinosaur was only 5 feet tall, so that's shorter than Miss Tyra, and weighed about 175 pounds. That's less than many grown-ups. But he was a fierce meat eater. It was probably quick because of its small size. He had 3 fingers on each hand with long, grasping claws. But worst of all was the claw on his foot. His name meant terrible claw.
Oh, and he also lands on his tippy toes.
Yeah.
Or like
and
this.
I think you're right. This one's called a Stegosaurus. A Stegosaurus is best known for the plates on his back and the small brain in his head. The brain was the size of a golf ball, which was tiny for this 11-foot tall, 25-foot long mammal. He was a plant eater, and those triangle bones on his back, they were a mystery. No one's sure how they were arranged or why they were there. This one is called a Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus. That's it. Here, look. Parasaurolophus. I've said that dinosaur's name wrong all the time. I always called it a Parasaurolophus, but it's a Parasaurolophus. Okay. And it was a duck-billed dinosaur with a flat mouth and a bony ornament on its head. The ornament was a hollow tube which slanted backwards more than 3 feet from his head. At first, scientists thought the tube was used for underwater breathing, but now we know this idea is wrong because it didn't have a hole to let in air. These dinosaurs lived near the end of the age of dinosaur. I had to be careful because it lived in the same place as the dangerous T-Rex. This one is called an iguanodon.